Welcome back to the Dragon Den. My loyal Dragonites, King of Dragons 5000 is back with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Rage Toys Samurai Force Master. Before we have a look at the figure, let's take a moment to thank today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Gundamit.com. Action figures, model kits, and other collectibles, check out Gundamit.com with a link in the description. So here we have the Master pose and out of the packaging, and before we have a look at his details, let's run through his accessories. Master does come with several hands for various style posing and holding his accessories. He also comes with his walking stick and 2 short swords, a backpack for holding a vial of ooze and the samurai scrolls, and finally he does have a straw hat and straw shoulder pads which do fit on via magnets. So overall, some interesting accessories here for Master. So with that out of the way, let's have a closer look at the Samurai Force Master. Rage Toys has done a really good job with this figure, and it does a really good job paying an homage to Master Splinter. I love the overall look for this character, as it does a really good job taking its own unique twist on Master Splinter. Taking a look at his head sculpt is done very nicely and does a really good job capturing that look of a giant rat. His beady little eyes look impressive, and I love the way his glossy eyes and glossy nose look. I love the fact that you can see his 2 front teeth which look really good, and underneath his teeth he does have his goatee. And I love how Fury Toys was able to add an aged look to the character just by adding some subtle wrinkles to his face. And one small detail I love is the top knot that he has on the top of his head. Taking a look at his outfit, Master is wearing some really nice robes, and they are done in actual fabric. I love the way these robes look, as they're done in this really nice yellow, and they do have some really nice wear and tear to them. And the robes fit around the figure nicely, giving it a really nice natural flowing look. Taking a look at his arms, they are rather long and very spindly. I love the amount of detail that Fury Toys was able to put on Master's fur. The base coat is done in this gray plastic, and they did a really good job adding some dark wash and lighter washes, bringing out all that fantastic details. And taking a look at his forearms, you can see Master has on a pair of worn wraps. The amount of detail in the wraps is spectacular, and they did a really good job adding some age to them. His hands have some really good detail where you can see the separation in the fur and the fleshy parts of his hand. I love the pink that they use for his hands, and at the tip of each finger he does have these really nice claws. Around Master's waist he is wearing a traditional waistband which is seen on most kimonos. And then we do have this rope which ties everything together nicely. On his left hip he does have these nice holsters which do hold his swords. Underneath his robes you can see he is wearing a pair of brown pants which have some surprising detail both in terms of sculpt work and paint applications. And coming out of his back you can see his tail, which has some really good paint applications where it goes from a darker gray to a fleshy color at the tip of his tail. Going down to his ankles you can see the Master also has some ankle wraps which look really good and continues that really worn wrap look that we saw on his forearms. And poking out of his wraps you can see his toes, which once again have a really nice transition from fur to flesh tones. So Fury Toys has done an amazing job here, with Master doing a really good job blending both the fabric clothes that he's wearing with the sculpted ones that he has on. With his paint and detail out of the way, let's get the Master pose to our usual suspects. Here we have Master posing next to the Marvel Legends Cyclops and DC Multiverse Superman, Mattel's WWE Elite Series and Mezco's 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man, the Lightning Collection White Ranger and the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. Here we have Master posed next to the NECA Master Splinter figures. And finally we have the Samurai Force Master posed next to Spring and Autumn. So as you can see, Master will be slightly smaller than your domestic 6-inch line, but he will fit in more with the true 1/12 scale. And he does look very nice posed next to the rest of the Fury Toys Samurai Force, which is a really good thing. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's have a look at the Master's articulation. Master has a ball joint in the head and a ball joint in the neck. Arms go out to the side and dual full 360. He has a swivel in the bicep and double hinged elbows. Swivel hinge in his wrists, Master does have a ball joint in the upper torso and a ball joint in the lower torso. Legs do kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a thigh swivel. A single bend at his knees. A hinge in the middle part of his foot and forward-facing pin for rocker toes. And finally, Master's tail is on a ball joint and has a really sturdy wireframe in it. So overall, some surprising articulation here on Master, and it does work nicely for the character. So with everything said and done about the Samurai Force Master, let's get him posed for my final thoughts. So here we have the Rage Toys Samurai Force Master pose for my final thoughts, and overall I think Rage Toys has an absolute winner with this line. Every figure we've had a look at from the Samurai Force has been really good, and Master here is no exception. The levels of detail here on Master are quite impressive, down to the sculpt work in his fur to the fabric that they use for his robes. The paint job is phenomenal, where you can see the dark crevices of his fur, and the light highlights are really good detail that Rage Toys has done here. The use of magnets for both his hat and shoulder piece was a very smart move, as it does keep the accessories on the figure. And the callbacks to Master Splinter are done phenomenally, where he does have the container of ooze as well as the scrolls where he teaches his sons the way of the samurai. If you're a fan of Ninja Turtles, I highly recommend you take a look at the Rage Toys Master, as he is a really good unique take on Master Splinter. With great articulation, great paint apps, great details, and really good accessories, he's a really good figure to add to your collection. At the time I'm making this video, Master is available on sites like Gundamit.com for $54. Get him on sale on Gundamit.com and use code word DRAGON to earn extra points on each of your purchases. Before we wrap up this video, let's take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Gundamit.com. If you're in the market to expand your collection, check out the wide selection of action figures here on Gundamit.com. So with that being said, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out all my other Fury Toys and other action figure videos. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon, where I have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm King of Dragons 5000, reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.